I'm Liza, and I'm from Imaginative Libraries. Today I'm going to teach you how to play Mancala, and that's a game you might have heard of. You might not know that the word Mancala is derived from the Arabic word Nakala, which means to move. So it's actually not one game, but a whole family of games that have been given different names in different places. But they all have some things in common. So they all have a board like this that's made up of dents or pits. In this version, in the most common version, there's 6 on each side, so 12 pits, and stores, which are actually called the mancalas at either end. And there's 2 players play, and they put seeds into the pits, and the goal is to, you count, it's called a count and capture game. So the goal is to count your seeds into the pits and try to capture your opponent's seeds. So I'll show you how to set it up. You put 4 seeds in, you get to start with 24. Each person starts with 24. You put 4 into each of your pits. And I'll tell you while I'm doing this that the game itself, it's very old. It's been around for at least 1,300 years. Originated in Africa. There's versions of it all over Africa. And when Africans were stolen and sold into slavery, into the slave trade, they brought their culture, including their games, with them, and they kept those their cultures and their games alive, and that's how Mancala made it to the US and how it's endured through today. And it's a super fun game that's kind of addictive. Each game takes about 5 minutes. You're going to want to play it more than once. Once you figure out this, there's lots of strategies that you can use. And the way it works, each person takes their turn. So if I start, then I'm going to pick one of my pits, and I count each of, so I'm going to start with this one, and I sow one of my seeds, and you can use beans or you can use beads. I've just got these little glass squashed marbles. You count 1 into each pit, and you don't skip your own Mancala. So if you pass your Mancala on the way round, you always go counterclockwise. You drop one of your seeds in there, and if you ever land with if your turn ends with dropping 1 seed into your Mancala, you get another go. So I'm going to get a second go, and I'm going to choose this one, and then I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and that would be the end of my turn because my hand is empty. And then my opponent would take theirs. They would probably also start, but this is a good place to start because you're going to get a second turn. So they would take theirs, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you'll notice as I'm going around, some of these are starting to get more seeds in them. And remember that the goal is to capture your opponent's seeds. And the way that you do that is you're trying to land, in your counting your seeds in, you're trying to land back in one of your own empty pits. Right now I have an empty pit here. So if I were to land a seed in there on a turn, I would get to capture that seed and everything in the pit opposite of my opponent's. And that's how I'm going to start filling up my Mancala. And I think I'll just go ahead and show you with a game. I'll speed it up, but you can watch a game. That's the best way to learn. Just remember that you get a free turn when you land in your own Mancala, when you drop a seed in your own Mancala. At the end, you have to end on that. And yeah, I think that's it. All right, let's play a game. I guess the other important thing to tell you is how you end the game. So as well as trying to gather as many seeds as you can into your Mancala and capture as many as you can of your enemy seeds, you are also, the end of the game ends when one side is all empty. And once that happens, your opponent, once your side is all empty, your opponent gathers up whatever they have left on their side and puts it into their Mancala. So you don't want to leave your opponent with too many seeds over there. Yeah, your goal is to get as many as you can. If you can get 25 seeds, then you've won. All right.